Donna Jessup here with the VRC Network, coming at you from Dead Man Walking by Jar, here to make a short video, pretty simple one actually, just on my personal review on the Pinosoft trackers and why they suck. Now, I bet a couple of you have heard about Pinosoft. If you're not really sure what a Pinosoft tracker is, it's pretty simple actually. It's just a tracker for full body tracking that can be used through your phone. It's a very simple setup. Almost, or it's supposed to be, or so they advertise it to be, where you pretty much just get this app on your phone, pop in an IP address and a height, and then your phone will take a picture of your body and basically report that live, record it, send that information live, excuse me, I'm a little distracted by the zombies, to your PC, and it will give you arms and in some cases legs, and I do say in some cases because it's extremely hard to get set up and it mostly sucks. But basically today I'm just going to give a really short and brief guide on why I think the Pinosoft tracker absolutely sucks. So the number one reason that I will come up with is just based in the customer service and the fact that everything is in Japanese. It's not like easy to read. All of your instructions are going to be in Japanese. There are like 2 videos on how to set it up. The first one is made by this person who is very brief and to the point and explains a very good example of how to just set it up. And that's great. She does great with that, but it doesn't really give you any information about troubleshooting. What if things aren't working the way it says that they're supposed to work? There's a lot of times that this will happen. Then the second video is barely in English and you can't really follow it very well. Apart from that, there's not a lot of information about Pinosoft on the internet. Troubleshooting is mute. You can't really find anything on the internet on how to fix anything that might go wrong with it. Now, a good example of this is just today. I took about 3 hours to try to set up my Pinosoft equipment, and basically it all came down to I wasn't able to connect because apparently at some point of the week I turned my network setting from public to private so people couldn't see my IP address in my apartment complex, and that difference alone made it so I literally could not use my Pinosoft, and that took me hours to figure out. But there are a lot of other reasons that I will point out why Pinosoft sucks, and there are actual fundamental reasons. Now, I bet a lot of you are tech savvy. You can probably look at it and be like, well, I could figure out that IP address problem easy peasy, and I'm sure you could. I'm not a tech whiz the way a lot of you probably are. But there are actual issues with Pinosoft. Now, the first one I will acknowledge is a lot of the time, if your camera is not like 100% perfect, your character will kind of have like a slant, or they will not be on the floor. Then this is really annoying because it kind of makes the whole full body tracking thing not even exactly worth it, because, if you can't stand up straight, what's the point of, standing at all? Like, it throws it all off, makes it look really bad. It's really janky. Then apart from that, a huge issue that I run into over and over is when I'm calibrating the FBT. A lot of the time, these little ball things, you see these little ball things? This is pretty much your trackers. They're air trackers. So when I pick up my right leg, there it goes. Pick up my left leg. These little tracker ball things, half of the time, they do not come in the way that they're supposed to. They'll be like halfway, like 90 degrees to the left, twisted. A lot of the time, your character will you'll calibrate and your character will come in sideways. A lot of the time, you can accidentally, and this is really common, you can make it so when you lift one of your legs, it pulls the other leg up because it doesn't really separate the trackers very well at all. Or worse yet, there's this really annoying issue where sometimes it just swaps your legs entirely. So you lift your left leg and your right leg will go up. Now, I don't know about you and what you might be doing with full body tracking, but personally, the things I'm doing with full body tracking, mostly dancing, exercise, and just making jokes that are physical to the environment, I would actually need to fully be able to move my body. Now, the reason I'm making this review is because I myself paid the money for full body tracking with Pinosoft, and it wasn't a lot. It was like 20 bucks. But what I'm saying is you shouldn't waste your money on it because it doesn't work. Just get something else. If you want to dabble with Pinosoft and see if you can make it better by screwing with like the configuration of the trackers, then that's all you. But my personal review, because all I see on the internet so far are just 2 tutorials on how to set it up, but barely any reviews and no information. My honest review of it is just don't get it because it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and it's a waste of like brain power. I've been trying to like configure this crap to work almost every time I play for about 2 hours to 3 hours per day. And I don't really use it at all because of how long it takes to set up every time. And there's always like a unique, different problem somehow. Like the range of problems that like you get with Pinosoft trackers is so stupid and like vast that it blows my mind that people think of it as a practical solution to full body tracking at all. Personally, I would like to maybe get that new um the new one they're coming out with. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's got like a strap around your waist and it's got a strap on your arms, and it uses like a very different system to a lot of what other things use. Personally, I don't think I want the Vive because of how expensive they are. So Pinosoft has been like an interesting solution for now. But I want to actually make a video that really dramatically shows how useless Pinosoft tracking is, because I've been playing with it a lot lately just to see like what can I do with a Pinosoft tracker, and the answer is you can't really do anything except look like, you know, Crocker from Fairy Godparents as your body like lags out all over the place. And if you want an example of what that looks like, because it's really easy to do, you just have to move slightly. If I go like 5 feet to the right here, eventually my character will just... Oh, it's not doing it. What the hell? Oh, there it goes. Fairy Godparents. It's good to make a joke if you like to be jank, but like besides that, it's the most useless crap you'll ever use. You can move your legs. If you like to stand, good for you. But like, I mean, practically speaking, I don't really think you could do much of anything with it. Come on, man. Where's my aim bad right now? But that's my honest review of it. Say what you want, do what you want. I think that the fact that you have to face the camera constantly is really stupid also, because I think a lot of actual dance moves require you to like spin. Does it actually? Wait, can I spin? You know what? I think my opinion of it went up slightly during this video because apparently it tracks a little bit better than I thought. If you can get it to work, I will say it actually is pretty cool. If you take the time to configure out like all of the issues and really figure out why it's doing what it's doing, it does actually work kind of well. I just personally wouldn't recommend it. It's not really a practical solution. It's way too janky, it takes way too much to set up, and it's just aggravating all around. It's not worth the headache, because if you really, you know, consider the fact that you might be using this on a regular basis, it just becomes a very unappealing idea. Anyway, that's really all I have. Oof. Can you back up? Oh my god. That's really all I have to say about it. Just that, you know, it sucks, and that there are better solutions. And if you're in a situation, I would just save up and get something better, personally. But if you have the patience, it can work pretty okay. Personally, I hate it. I'm out.